disclaimer that I gave last week. It has nothing to do with me saying kill whitey. I'm not angry at white people. Nothing like that. The poem was just talking about black consciousness, alright? So bear with me. I'm so restless. Well, I guess oppression will carry one in that direction. My people are so restless, and the only time we ever get sleep is when we're either under arrest or resting in peace. We don't even know how to be free. These days, black minds and souls are so hollow. And if the mind is locked down, the body follows. I'm restless from these conditions. We're still slaves. The only difference is our plantations, our prisons. From generation to generation, we get the short end of the stick. And it's gotten so bad that some ask, what happened? Nothing happened. We're still slaves, but now our chains are marketed as fashion. Our lives are reckless, our souls are restless, and the bondage has yet to end. The yokes on our necks have been turned into a trend and called necklaces. Like most deaths said, they'll put you on a slave ship and call it a yacht, making you think you have it all when you really have not. We went from being property to owning possessions. Now we're enslaved by our very own possessions. This world is vast, and just because you own some sections, 40 acres and a mule doesn't mean you've escaped oppression. Don't be a fool. But my generation thinks hip-hop put them on top simply because their rims are shining. But those rims are so bright, we become blindsided to reality. What is an African American? An African enslaved by America's get-rich-quick mentality. Let me take you back and forth between then and now, so you'll see there hasn't been any change of any sort. In a past life, I was a field hand, a workhorse. I was born and bred to work real hard. And I worked so hard that generations later, there were no jobs to be found. All I found was that the nation I took part in building up had torn my soul down. In a past life, I was a young slave who was forced to pick cotton and tobacco. Now, generations later, I stand on the corner flossing 100% cotton clothes, choking off cigarette smoke. In a past life, I was a female slave who was viciously raped by master for his own pleasure. Now, generations later, I find myself a free woman who gives in to the discretion of a male erection, and I can't find myself because I'm so used to being someone else's possession. In a past life, I was a male slave, a father who stood on those auction blocks and watched as his family was separated and torn. Now, generations later, I stand in court, a deadbeat dad unwilling to pay child support. So ain't nothing changed from what I've seen. It's the same old play, just a different scene. Thank you. I really can't take any credit for like anything that I'm up here doing. Like, it's all original, but I feel like I'm just the one who's blessed to be there, you know, writing it down as God puts it into my soul. So, but thank you for the class. Alright, so this last one I'm gonna do, I did one earlier, so I just do two now. This last one that I'm gonna do is it's called Soulmate, and like I got a bunch of like female friends that I went to high school with, and I'm tired of going on Facebook and Twitter and reading all their statuses like, oh, all man ain't shit, and I'm so tired of Negroes is dogs, and so I wrote this poem, alright? It's a little bit about myself too, but it's called Soulmate. Relationships. Sometimes the pursuit brings about so much pain and strife. So many people on their daily grind to find a love life that sometimes we forget to just love life. And it's crazy. I've got all these people trying to persuade me that I can't feel complete and I'll never be whole unless I have a mate to match up with my soul. But yo, I've had numerous discussions and conversations with both God and Satan regarding this whole soul-mate situation. I sat back and had the first of many chats with the devil, who showed me many tastes and flavors, all different shapes and sizes, hips, lips, waists, and thighs, but nothing I could really save him. He was basically just wasting my time, and all the while trying to make it seem like he was doing me a favor. He brought temptations from all nations, Africa to Latinas, Asians and Jamaicans, all races as numerous as the constellations. He even had a couple females sweat me, as if they were literally seeping out of my pores. Most of them decent, respectable young women, then some of them hordes. Then Satan, serpent disguised, looked me right in between my eyes and said, all of this could be yours. But I rebuked the serpent, saying, get thee behind me, Satan. Then he left my side. And the moment he left my presence, my wife flashed before my eyes. And even though it was only a glimpse, that one moment was so intense, my tongue took the form of a pen, and I began to write God this letter. Dear Heavenly Father, last night I closed my eyes and saw the girl of my dreams. She was the perfect imperfection, and I knew I was destined to be the Adam to her Eve. So God, please, if you hear my plea, place my rib back and inside, because this road gets lonely. And with all this temptation, it gets even harder and harder to serve you, but I've got to keep the faith, because they say patience is a virtue. But sadly, I feel like every time I reach out for something real, it turns out to be like a virtual reality video game. Intense for a moment until they come out with something brand new to break my pockets and bend the brain. And in the end, it's just not real enough. But I still cling to that dream girl. Nah, not the one with the hourglass figure, but the hourglass is tipped, so I'm feeling as if I'm running out of time before some other brother might get her. Because she is the perfect imperfection. Still, my eyes are closed as I envision her lips wet from our conversations flow. The depth of my intellect plunging deeper and deeper into her mental regions. We even got to talking about family, and I made her blush when I told her that one day I would grace the canvas of her womb with my brush, as we create a masterpiece in the form of a daughter or a sun that shines so brightly. I felt myself begin to wake up from these dreams, so I held on to these scenes ever so tightly. And I swear by God, until I find her, I'll kiss the mic as if it were her lips. And I'll grip the stand as if they were her hips. And make love to the crowd that's under the sound of my voice and flow. Because who knows, she could be sitting right down there,